Good morning. How are you today? My name is Dana Damara. You've landed on Astrocast. This is a special report for the spring equinox in the Northern Hemisphere, autumn equinox in the Southern Hemisphere. That's coming up on March 19th. So I love these times of the year when we have what I like to call a turn of the wheel. So we're actually moving into a new season, no matter where we are on the planet. And um, it's a moment of equal day and night, no matter where you are. So it's a moment when the sun and the moon are creating equal amounts of light and day in this year, right? And in particular in the Northern Hemisphere, that's what I'll focus on. The spring equinox really is about new beginnings. It's about um, taking all this time that we've spent in our winter season, um, cultivating an awareness of what we desire, what it is that we came here to do, whatever you've done, however you've used this cocoon stage, we are now opening up and blossoming into what it is that we truly desire. So in Western astrology, the March equinox also coincides with the astrological new year. So that means that the sun is moving from the last sign of the zodiac wheel, Pisces, into Aries. So it's really a new year. It's a new astrological year. And so this is like really, it's a new journey around the sun. And I love this because I don't know where you live, but where I live, I can feel it, right? I know Southern California is, I've heard it said that Southern California only experiences two seasons, and that's brown and green. But I don't think that's true. I love this time of the year. You can see things starting, little sprouts starting to come out in the garden and flowers blooming, and it's just a beautiful time. And if you're not experiencing that, uh, in your external, my invitation to you is to go internal and ask yourself, where am I experiencing these budding ideas, these new inspirations that are coming through? Because it is time. This is a powerful, positive time of transition, of letting go of the past, of really truly being embodied in what it is that we want to share in the world. This is a new year. This is a brand new year. Um, so what I want to say is that, I'm looking at my notes, is as we move into this new astrological year and the spring equinox, I want to say be excited, be enthusiastic, and also note that the other astrology is also extremely powerful as well. On the 25th, we will have a full moon lunar eclipse, and eclipses happen anywhere from 4 to 6 times a year. In 2020, it happened 7 times, which is, I mean, just a little ding, ding, ding aha moment, right? But this is our first one of the year. And when eclipses happen, we start to feel shifting, either we unconsciously feel it or we consciously feel it 6 months prior. And this in particular, full moon lunar eclipse is aligned with the South Node, which means that as we move into this, brand new energy of, yay, it's spring and it's time to begin something new and the light's coming in, yay, yay, yay. We also have this very transformative energy that's, because it's aligned with the South Node, is creating opportunities for big endings too. So relationships, jobs, narratives in your mind about yourself. It's could be centered around relationship dynamics, financial dynamics, anything in your life that has to do with um, maybe a childhood narrative or some sort of imbalance has the opportunity to be released with this full moon lunar eclipse. That is literally 4 days after, 5 days after the actually it's six 6 days after the spring equinox. So there's a, I like to think of, and I also did a weekly forecast where I talk about the alignment of Mercury with the North Node and Chiron, and this is transformative healing energy. So, allow yourself to give yourself some grace and allow yourself to let go of whatever's old. It's kind of like I look out into my garden, right? I've been gone for a few days and I look out into my garden after being gone and I'm like, wow, where did all these weeds come from? Well, because I haven't been tending to them, but I've been allowing the soil to just give birth to the things that are there. And now it's time to pull the weeds, literally and figuratively speaking, and make space for what's coming. But if we don't pull the weeds, they're going to choke the roots, if that makes sense, right? So right after the full moon lunar eclipse, we have a solar eclipse on April 8th, which will happen in Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac wheel. So it's like, bam, reset button, new zodiac wheel, new ideas, new inspiration, and it comes with the North Node. So because it's with the North Node, this is about what's upcoming. So if you don't pull the weeds, you won't have space for what's coming. But here's what eclipses do. Unfortunately, they pull the weeds for you if you don't do anything about them. So I have on my list of things to do, pull the weeds. Energetically, spiritually, mentally, emotional, physical, all layers of your being. Okay. Allowing new perspectives to come through, allowing outdated things to go. It's always challenging. You might have even friendships that you love these people. You're like, oh my gosh, I love where we've been. I love how far we've come. And yet now there isn't there's an alignment differentiate a dissonance, if you will, in which way you're going. And that doesn't mean that it's bad or good or whatever. It just means like this is complete, right? So you want to really know what your path is, what you desire, and what is no longer serving you, so you can pull the weeds and make space. Here's a quick way to spend the equinox. First of all, quietly. You don't need to do a whole big thing with a whole bunch of people. If you want, don't think that you have to go out and do that, right? Cleanse your field, meaning your energy field, your home, your desk, your whatever. Cleanse whatever has been like kind of choking you, right? Please spend time in nature no matter where you are, right? Even if you're on the other side of the world and now you're moving into a different energy, right? Spend time in nature. Remember that we are nature. So the best thing we can do at this time of the season is to be outside. Set goals for this new astrological year, because that's what it is. Set goals for yourself. What is it that you want? What do you desire? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Start a new healthy habit and end an old one. I don't know what it is for you. I know what it is for me. Just end and begin. Reorganize your schedule. Say to yourself, I want to align in this direction. What does that mean for my schedule? And really get focused on what it is that you desire. It's so important. We can get so distracted so easily, and I don't want that for you. I don't want it for me. So I definitely don't want it for you. Again, if you want your chart read, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to do it. I love doing charts. It's a great time to do it, beginning of the astrological year. At the turn of the wheel, you can reach out to me at daneandtomorrow.com and happily do that for you. You can also go to myastrocast.com. That's myastrocast.com. And if you just put in your email, you'll get a bunch of little emails from me that kind of review over just basics about your astrological chart. And I refer that to anybody before they get their chart read with me, because it gives you kind of an overview of, oh, this is what this looks like. Oh, this is what this means. Oh, that's cool. And then you can have someone like me kind of dive in for you. So I want to say thank you so much for listening. Super grateful that you're here. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day.